back, everybody. Today we're doing something a little different. We are going to dry age a 6.2 pound prime rib for some ribeye steaks. What we've got, this special bag here is actually made by Umai. So these Umai dry bags, they're really unique. They let moisture come out of the bag, but they don't let bad bacteria and things come into the bag. So whatever you put in this thing is going to be safe, and they're designed to just go in your refrigerator and just dry age away. Now, I've done this once before, and I did it with a ribeye steak, and I did it for 28 days, and it turned out really good. But the wife and I were at a restaurant here about a month ago, and we tried a 45-day aged ribeye steak, and it was hands down better. All right, let's pan down here, take a look at this nice prime rib. We're gonna get this in the bag, get it sealed. Now, these bags are not your normal, like a food saver bag. So there's some things that we need to pay attention to, and we'll go through that as we get this thing put together. So let's just jump right in. Okay, so when you order the bag, when you order the kit, I should say, it's gonna come with 3 bags, these vac mouses here, which are gonna help pull some of the air out of this when we go seal it up. Again, this is not a normal food saver bag, and it's gonna give you some really nice instructions here. So first, we just need to get one of these bags, and the rest we can just put away for now. Now, at one end here, we want to make sure that we open this up and fold it over so we don't get any contamination on the sealing edge. I fold them back quite a ways. And these are quite large, so you can put some really big roasts in these. One big thing that they talk about is really keeping everything sterile, so wash your hands really good. And then I've taken this and I've just patted it dry with some paper towel. And you're going to want to kind of push this off into one corner. That's going to help get some air out of it. Okay, let me dry my hands off and then we'll get this thing sealed up. So we want to seal a 45-degree angle across this because these bags are so wide that they won't fit in your standard vacuum sealer. Another trick too is that they recommend you take this and just kind of scrunch it up, and that's going to help also assist in pulling some of that air out of here. So if your machine doesn't pick up this and sense this bag in there, just trick it with one of these. Now, I always add a couple extra seals. You're also never going to get 100% of the air out of this thing, and that's actually okay. So what we want to do now is I'm just going to fold this under here. We're going to set it on the rack in the fridge. So 45 to 50 days. You also want to set this on a rack in the fridge so it gets air circulation all the way around it for that 45 or 50 days. So, well, see you then. And here, 45 days later, is our dry aged prime rib. It has lost a huge amount of weight for sure. So this is the final product here. It's got kind of a hard waxy bark on it. When you smell it, it just smells very beefy. It doesn't have any kind of a funk to it necessarily. So we're going to have to trim these bones out of here. I think the first thing I'm going to do is get these cut up into steaks, and then I can trim them from there. So now what I do is I just come around here and just take this bark off. And we can save this too to make some homemade au jus with, or things like that if we want to. And that's what we're left with there, is just a really nice big hunk of meat. Actually, it's not very big at all, but we're going to cut this down into two nice steak sizes here. Those steaks there, this one here is just a little bit thicker, but I don't want to cut this into a smaller piece, I don't think. Okay, into some sous vide bags. We're going to season them with salt, pepper, garlic, and then we'll vacuum seal these up and then do the sous vide method on these. Let's get that done. Okay, we've got some salt and pepper, a little garlic powder on this side. Flip these over real quick. Get the other side done too. Salt, a little garlic powder. I don't use garlic salt because I prefer just to use regular salt. Some garlic powder, or pepper on them. Okay, I'm just going to put 2 in one bag here. I'm not too worried about the size difference on these. This one's thicker than this one, but since we're going to sous vide these, it doesn't really matter. Next one up. Here's what they look like in the fridge until we're ready to cook them, which is going to be a few hours. Let some of that salt, garlic powder, and pepper kind of get some flavor into these, and then we're going to sous vide these here in just a few hours. So into the fridge. Okay, we're running 134. We'll run this for about 3 hours. There they go. Okay, these are out of the bag, out of the sous vide now, so we're just going to pat them dry. Going to heat up our frying pan with some butter and just give them a quick sear. Okay, pan's nice and hot. Let's take one and just start searing it. Alright, let's see what it looks like. Really nice and tender for sure. Perfectly done. Well, let's taste it. All right. Nice. All right, that'll do it. 45 days dry aged. See you next time.